I know most of you already know what games are available on the Play Store and App Store, but through this video I would like to present the best game RPG that's not available on these apps. Of course, the game will need a special access to play it. If you can't play it, at least you will know how the gameplay looks through watching this list. Remember to like this video and please enjoy the video of Top 10 Best Games Not Available on Play Store and App Store, RPG, Turn-Based MMORPG. Battle Through the Heavens Duel. This game is pretty good in graphic with a Chinese theme based on the character creation, appearance, and how the atmosphere is pretty identical with the Chinese. Even the music will easily catch you into that region. The gameplay is hack and slash based, but it's not an open world. It's kind of a dungeon crawler where we should clear stage by stage. At the end of the path, the enemy's boss will wait for us. We should break their barrier first to deal absolute damage by keep hitting the enemy with our combination basic attack and also skill. You don't have to worry about the energy because the whole combat will not consume any energy, so the player only needs to focus on the cooldown time. Anyway, it's not autoplay, so you guys should play manually and make your own strategy by switching the character within 3 main lanes up. After you clear the stage or before you start the combat, mostly the storyline scene will show up, but surely you can skip it and go directly into the dungeon. Chat group. I'm sure 99% of you have never seen this game. Seriously, it's really good in anime games and the developers should release it faster. Through this video, you will see how good the visualization. It's kind of a gacha based game anime RPG, but we can easily get an epic hero through following the main storyline. It's a great indication of the game that will become no pay to win, because we don't have to spend any single ticket to summon a higher tier hero. The game's combat mechanism is really simple, even if a newbie will learning it faster and easier. In combat, we can turn the autoplay and speed up the gameplay twice faster. With this all action will make you finish the combat way faster, which means we can do a grinding way better for more effective and efficiency. But there is one important thing that the developers should be adjusting. The camera angle should be done more dynamic and not only stand still in one position, especially when the hero does a basic attack. Overall, it is a great new anime game RPG for mobile. One Piece Ambition. Listen to me now, once this game releases globally, I'm sure the game will only need a few days to reach 1 million downloaders. Even though I guarantee it in less than a month, I really understand and know well how massive the number of the fans is in the world. Even the game is made from Japan, but the community comes from a different continent and various countries. The anime has existed for more than a decade, but the game on mobile is still in anticipation. Let's get back into the game. It's totally what the fan want because the character's model, the graphic look, the visualization, the combat skill, and how the voiceover is 100% similar within the actual anime. It's because the game was made by the official games developer and not a fan made anymore. The game's combat mechanism is really satisfying, with a lot of special animation scenes along the fighting will make your experience become special. It's a pretty competitive game because we can participate in the player versus player features, which is PVP in every single season. Make sure you reach the highest score to lead the world rank and earn a better reward. Sword and Fairy Far Beyond Time. The game now is available to download but need a certain account to access, which is really difficult. The game's combat mechanism is absolutely interesting because we are not only exploring the open world, but we also can capture the monster and let them become our pet. Let me tell you how interesting the mechanism is. So the pet will help you a lot to clear a certain daily activity. The activity like planting, farming, and training. These all activities will help you to get a material for strengthening your main character. So we will have a chance to explore the world and hunting the monster while our pet do their tasks for collecting some material. I'm sure now you are getting excited, right? The game's combat mechanism is absolutely one of the best with a fast-paced level and dynamic action. There is 3 main characters so we can select to switch them out frequently but need a little time to wait for the cooldown. Sometimes I feel like the mechanism reminds me of a Palworld game, but let's see how it works within the newest update. Your Star Continent. We all know how massive the game size of Genshin Impact is. Yes, it reached more than 20 GB. For a mobile game, of course, this number is pretty crazy. So I will give you an alternative to get a similar graphic, gameplay, but the game size is way smaller than the Genshin Impact. So the name is Your Star Continent. Look at how beautiful the visual look. The anime art style looks pretty sharp and detailed, even if you see the main character from a further camera angle, but the game's quality is insane. The combat mechanism is quite clunky, but I'm sure the developer is in progress to update the movement set and the action set. The area is not really big though, that makes the player reach a higher level way faster because the objective mission is really close to find. But I hope the teleportation features will be available as well. There is some action I wish it will have in the future, like climbing action and also swimming action. Male and female heroes are available to pick in the earliest game, but the job classes are fixed and permanent. It would be nice if they let the player pick their own gender. Kardm, I know what you are thinking, because this game really represents a Pokemon game-like, because our pet will fight the monster. This is the best new open world game that has been doing beta testing for more than 3 times, but honestly the game is still laggy, as you can see how the frame rate is always running down consistency. The developer should take an action to fix it and realize if there is no progress since the first beta started. It's kind of a multiplayer base where a lot of players will be waiting, running and playing in the plaza. But once we get into the open world, then we will not find anyone, which means it's kind of a semi-MMORPG. Once we have enough pets, then we can place the pet to the farm area and start planting. This process will be done in auto mode. The only one thing we should do is manage which pet we should place on the right activity. The combat mechanism is a turn-based system. Switch the pet to summon or undeploy the pet to keep him alive. It's a full of cinematic scenes along with a dialogue and well explained about the storyline. Flowers in the Mirror, another cool and worth to anticipated game anime on mobile with an RPG games genre. You will find so many detailed scenes just before we enter the combat, or it will show up after we clear the combat. But surely you can skip this all. The game's mechanism is a turn-based, deploying 4 main heroes available. Luckily we will get a free legendary heroes as a gift from the developer. Seriously, this character is so overpowered, it will help you a lot to clear the earlier game and kill the monster just by a single blow. Anyway, all of the heroes will have 3 action, basic attack, active skill and also passive skill. The energy will recharge every turn, so be wise on selecting the skill to launch. Anyway, there is one support skill that will be available that we need to wait for a longer time to release it, and it will give a huge area of effect range. I love how we can turn and rotate the camera perspective to become 360 degrees. It's pretty good to let the player see a different vision from a certain angle. While in the lobby, we can do a little exploration to chat with the NPC around. Final Fantasy XIV Mobile. This is one of the best new MMORPG that we all need to play, especially if you are a hardcore player who prefer to play no auto-play MMORPG games. So everything you should do manually, either that pathfinding, quest mission, combat, and conversation should tab manually. Of course, it's becoming a pro and contra. But for me, I think this is the right timing to create a no autoplay game, because mostly the MMO will always come with an auto nowadays and needs something refreshing to give the new game's experience. The moveset is really smooth, even if we can move the character attacking. Trust me, the combat seems pretty good. If you know how Final Fantasy franchise is, then this game will be the best to represent the Final Fantasy series from the entire visual. The connection, the movement, the combat, the server, everything works perfectly without any lag, and it satisfies me a lot. Anyway, it's kind of a full open world base without any loading screens showing up, which means you need a high-end phone to handle it in the highest setting. Digimon New Century. This is the only one Digimon game that is really worth playing right now. Unfortunately, the developer didn't give any news about when it will release globally. In fact, it's been on the Chinese version for a few years already. I think 1 or 2 years is enough to optimize the game, and they should proceed the game faster because the game experience is perfectly smooth. So this is not an open world base, we are only able to explore the area while in the plaza. We should get a vehicle to reach a different island that is guarded by the enemies. Every combat will have more than 2 waves. The objective goal is we should kill the entire enemies. 5 main Digimon are available with a different formation lineup in the front lane and also back lane. Place the Digimon based on the characteristic of the status point, surely it will boost your winning chance after. Remember to increase your Digimon's power through evolving features. This feature will raise your hero's strength significantly. Naruto Mobile. This game is the best Naruto game on mobile. It's truly magnificent, especially the character design, skill, and the voiceover is 100% similar within the actual anime we know in the anime series. The main gameplay is a side-scrolling perspective, but we can control the character in 360 degrees direction. But surely, the main way is only to go forward and can't go backwards anymore. At the end of the stage, the boss enemy will be waiting for us. But that's not the only interesting part that I would like to highlight, because the PvP mode is really killing it. Yes, it's one of the best PvP games in the anime game series. Fast-paced, real-time combat need a high concentration and a higher focus would be the best word to describe the PvP mode. Reach the highest score to lead the world rank and see how good your gaming level is. It's not a pay-to-win game, which means everything needs is only timing, speed, precision, and how you anticipate the enemy's movement. Pick your best hero in 3 vs 3 match. My question is, any of you love to play a side-scrolling game, or do you prefer to play an open-world Naruto game? Please write in the comments below. Thanks. Bonus: Tokyo Revengers Last Mission. This anime is getting hype because it has a very good anime with a high intention to increase your adrenaline. It's about a gangster who's set in the school team and also about the friendship. They keep their lovely friend and fight side by side. Unfortunately, the gameplay needs a lot of improvement, especially the combat that looks quite clunky and slow. The gameplay is action-based, so we will be able to pick 3 different heroes and switch them up. All of the skill will not consume any energy or stamina, so we can keep releasing it whenever it is ready. Do any of you know about the anime of Tokyo Revengers? These all are the best games that are not available on the Play Store and also not on the App Store. Remember to like this video and see you on the next list. Thanks!